Nashville Municipal Auditorium. We're going into the Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum, which is what the auditorium is now. Elvis played here July 1st, 1973.
I was going to say what year, because you're so bored then.
Sorry, I'm swallowing.
No. 1970.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's the only time he played in Nashville, apart from obviously when his appearance on the Opry in October '54 and the late night appearance in Ernest Tubbs' record shop on the Midnight Jamboree.
Oh, that would have been fun, wouldn't it?
But
I would have liked to see that.
it's the only time the only concerts he did, 2 concerts here, July the 1st, '73. Okay, and we've come the wrong way, obviously, to the Musicians Hall of Fame. It's round the other side somewhere.
Musicians Way.
So that's from the other side, I'm guessing. I'm not reading that now. It still is a municipal auditorium then, so perhaps it still does shows. Thing is, it's the Bridgestone Arena up by the Country Music Hall of Fame that does a lot of the big concerts now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So here we are, Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum. It's again, it's what we wanted to come and do last time, but we didn't get round to it.
No, because we were going to do it and they took a day off our flight, didn't they?
Yes, it is. Oh, there are. There's the
I know, it's funny enough, I just looked at that now.
Fisk Jubilee
Yeah,
Singers.
look at these, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool ones.
It's cool, Chet Atkins display here, and it mentions there that Don Everly said if it wasn't for Chet Atkins there would be no Everly Brothers. They were always quick to point out the contribution and the support that Chet Atkins gave them, first in Knoxville and then when they moved to Nashville in '55. And that picture there's got Lightning Chance playing the bass. Lightning Chance was, I think, the only other musician on the Everly Songs Our Daddy Taught Us album recorded up there at RCA Studio B. Well, we have toured Stax Studio, but not, well, the recreation of Stax Studio down on,
Yes, we have, yeah.
what's the road called?
I don't know.
Macklemore. Steve Cropper guitar. That's a bit bad, isn't it?
Or should we say it's well loved? It's well loved.
Very first guitar Steve ever laid hands on belonged to his uncle. B.B. King.
Yeah, it's like it.
That was a good museum, the B.B. King one. This whole bit, Muscle Shoals, we've been there, been to those studios as well. Didn't see all these group pictures, artist pictures, and to put into context of all the people that recorded there. They had the albums, they did, didn't they? And Les Paul. What's that? It says most of the artefacts are from his the House of Cash museum that Johnny Cash ran himself from his home.
Alright.
And when it closed, this Mike Curb, I think it is. Yeah, Mike Curb gathered most of it together, and it's on display here now, and in Nashville in the Cash Museum. That's a great little display of Johnny Cash stuff, and it's got things like tickets and concert programs that Johnny himself kept. This is cool. We've got an Actron mobile studio. This is cool. You can go around and go inside it, around the other side. Joe Osborne bass, he played on a lot of the Ricky Nelsons in the 50s on, as James Burton. Yeah, well, he was younger, so he was Ricky Nelson when he was a kid. Oh, the Memphis Boys.
Best in the 827 Thomas Street Band. 69.
Yeah. I've never heard them called the 827 Thomas Street Band, to be honest. I know it was, it's on, the studio was on the corner of Chelsea and Thomas, but I've never heard the band actually called that. So this is the actual vocal booth that Elvis says there, hardly any of them ever used. Elvis wouldn't have, preferring to record with the band, but the tiles were salvaged from the original studio. And of course, classic album that resulted from Elvis's sessions. Yeah, I didn't realise that. They were the 827 Thomas Street Band and later nicknamed the Memphis Boys after they'd moved to Nashville. Yeah, right. Reggie Young's guitar. Gene Chrisman's drum. Reggie Young's classical guitar. Jerry Allison, sad, he's gone recently. What's that? Oh, the Evs. Oh, look. After Buddy Holly's untimely death, Jerry Allison and Joe B. Malden recorded in the studio and performed live with the Everly Brothers. And Sonny Curtis wrote Walk Right Back, the Everlys. Otherwise, Lightning Chance. He played this bass on the recording session for the Everly Brothers hit Till I Kissed You, along with J.I. Allison playing his drum kit here on display. Jerry Allison's passed away recently. This is September the 13th today. I'm sure it was in August that Jerry Allison died. Very cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, Nipper. RCA Records. RCA Records, Steinway.
Steinway, yeah.
There's 4 that rotated between the larger and newer Studio A and Studio B. Elvis would have played this guitar along with the others. Piano. Yeah, so Elvis is pretend playing that guitar in the film Clambake, because there he is just picking it up there. And there's a Roy Orbison display here. That was a heck of a first induction ceremony with that lineup. But quite recently, the year before he died, I think it was, Don Everly inducted with the iconic Riff Award for the opening to Wake Up Little Susie, the Bo Diddley inspired. Very cool. Excellent museum. Really good museum. It's definitely one that you need to do if you're coming to Nashville. There are so many great museums though, so it's you've got to pick and choose if you're only here a day or so, but this is definitely worth a stop. So that was a visit to the Nashville what's it called? Musicians Hall of Fame. Yeah. Musicians Hall of Fame Museum. So yeah, that was excellent, very good.
Really good, well worth a visit.
Yeah.
Get into music, it's fabulous.
Yeah, there are a lot of music museums at the Country Music Hall of Fame and the Ryman and Johnny Cash, Patsy Cline, the new Black American Music Museum. Yeah. There's a lot to choose from, so you've got to pick and choose if you're only here for a day or so.
Yeah, but we've done some of the others, so we haven't done this one. It's good.
You know, they're all. It's hard to take one off the list, really.
Yeah,
so,
it is. You need to do them all, but
yeah,
get
just have to come to Nashville long enough to do them all.